Mason, it's so good to see you
Hey,
again,
man. How are you?
Killing it. Good, good. And it's an absolute honor to meet you, Mr. Gibson. My son and I watch Monster Summer together, and we're going on a marathon through your movies right now. So thank you very much for your time.
Oh, great. Yeah, thanks.
Now, Mason, I'm sorry to put you on the spot in front of the man himself, but I wanted to know, what's your favorite Mel Gibson movie?
Oh, God. I mean, like, he knows, I mean, Hacksaw Ridge, but just like a masterpiece. I love it so much. I watch it every, like, year. But I gotta say, listen, my mom makes fun of me for this. What Women Want.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah, I love that movie so much. Well, no. There's just so many great movies, and she's like,
it's a goof.
Yeah, I love that movie. It's so good.
I agree, and I have a real soft spot for Maverick. Like, that's a movie that made me. I just love westerns after that. So now, Mel, in Monster Summer, your character reminded me a lot of your role in The Man Without a Face, which is one of my favorite movies, also, by the way. But both characters, like these reclusive outcasts who sort of reveal themselves to be like good men despite their complicated past. I was curious about how you approach playing that reclusive type character differently in a more lighthearted movie like Monster Summer.
Yeah, it's great because I think what you're dealing with is there's an expectation set up which you can disappoint and play off, which is kind of an opportunity for an actor in storytelling, I think. So it's for me it was great. And he's an old retired detective who's kind of like withdrawn from life a little bit, and he meets a kid who's like wants to eat the world, and together they kind of like learn something from each other, but they have this mystery that they have to solve together. It's kind of a buddy movie, you know.
Yeah, no, definitely. I also felt like there was a lot of similarities, Mason, with your character in The Black Phone. So what's something you learned from your experience making that helped you play Noah in this?
I feel like being scared. Yeah, I have to do that face a lot. It's not a flattering face, but sadly I have to do it a lot. But what I love about Monster Summer is, especially coming right off Black Phone, it was a nice change of pace. You know, like being scared and almost killed with an axe by Ethan Hawke into, getting to work with Mel was a lot of fun. So yeah.
Now, Mel, it was just announced that you're returning to direct the sequel to Passion of the Christ.
Yeah.
And you've also mentioned that you'd be directing Lethal Weapon 5. So are you still planning to direct Lethal Weapon 5? And if so, do you know which one you're planning to film first?
I don't know. And that's the funny thing. I mean, there's various obstacles to getting any film up on its feet. And not just budgetary, but there's a million and one reason why something goes and why it doesn't. So it's really kind of a crapshoot at this point. What goes first and which came first, whether it's the chicken or the egg or.
Yeah, no, for sure. And obviously, I mean, I love all your movies. I'm a giant fan. I'm sorry to be fanboying out on you right now.
Yeah.
But how do you have an idea of how you plan on handling the 15-year age, or not age gap, but the gap between almost 20 years, I guess, at this point, with Passion of the Christ and the sequel?
Yeah, it's about 20 years. And in fact, it is 20 years. So it's like, I have ways of dealing with that. Because 20 years ago is 3 days later, so it has its own peculiar set of problems, which I think I can solve.
I believe if anybody can solve them, you can. Guys, thank you so much for your time. I know you're talking to a million people today, but thank you very much, Mason. It was awesome seeing you again.
Oh, same here, man.
You're killing it. So
Thank you
guys.